Hi there and welcome to Bustthenet. These are the Stalybridge Diaries, a chance for me to play with a lower league save on Football Manager 2019. We're not doing that badly. We're currently 5th on the table. We've lost one game, which is amazing because it was against United. We lost to a penalty. We had two come from behind wins over Millwall and Leicester City because I'm still tweaking my tactic, right? I want to play a different style now. Okay, so last season I was playing more sit, soak, and hit. This season I have to come up with a distinctive style because I want to be in control of a lot of these games. So, and I want to attack the teams, but I want to play a bit more aggressively. Now, this means that I'm going to be giving up more space. I'm hoping that against some of these teams like Stoke, teams are in and around my area, I have enough to take them on. So the question is, what setting should I set the team on? So now I'm thinking, okay, first up, I'm changing the way I'm playing slightly. But I'm going to be playing balanced. Tempo will be a bit higher, be more expressive. I need the boys to try with a bit more creative freedom. This is the thing here. I'm going to normally I regroup against the really good sides, right? But this first game, after a long time, I'm going to actually go counter press. And this is a very strange combination. Counter press, distribute quickly. So I want my keeper not to waste any time with the ball. Okay. Then this is where we're going to take a big chance today. Something that I couldn't do in my first season because it was too dangerous to do this. This might not really work. In fact, I could remove distribute over defense. But we want to try and be aggressive. So pass into space. I want to come out the blocks relatively aggressively. So I've got Gallagher, I've got Gaitan, Barros. No, Barros is still young. This is a bit of a high pressure, high stakes game I'm playing. Okay, I'm going to put Gallagher on the flanks. Even though he's not really an inside forward, he's on the right. But the reason why he's jumping is 7. Okay. I got Colina. I'm putting Colina in. He tends to be a bit. I need faster players. Okay, he's 14. Greg Taylor is not as 15. You go back in then. Question is, do I play Girardi or do I play Gallagher? Gaitan is fast. So I got 3 players who are reasonably fast. This guy's going to come deep and get the ball. So maybe not. I want somebody who can bring, who's up there. I don't want him to come deep and get the ball. This is a rather aggressive setup. I might get hammered. Because our team wasn't good enough last time. I'm not saying my team is a lot better. We still, if you look at the team report, mentals were still a long way to go. We haven't improved significantly, except in certain areas we're catching up now. Right? For the midfielders especially, we're catching up. Off the ball is not so good for the midfielders, but positioning is getting better. And now it's not so long, the weaknesses. And we actually have to scroll down just to get our strengths. So it could be an interesting situation that we might find ourselves in against Stoke. Okay, so here we go. Stoke versus Stalybridge Celtic. I don't know what mentality. I'm starting on balance because I'm not sure what the AI is going to come out on. I suspect they're going to be quite aggressive. If I'm playing balance with counter press, no, I'm going to distribute quickly. I'm going to move it up to attack positive. Okay, this is aggressive. This is like quite high. AI is playing attacking. Okay, Simpson. Lacey wins that. Gaitan. Hey, Gaitan. Nice. All the player here or there. Okay, there. This is it. Wow. Josh Bowler. Damn it, you should have buried that piece of shit. Corner taken. Gallagher to it's Simpson. Lacey wins that back. Okay. Yeah, if you want to play prevent shot goalkeeper distribution with low line engagement, it's not really a good idea. You gotta be a bit higher. So how's his standard? His standard is not too bad. Bowler to Strunk to Gallagher, back to Evans. So pass into space is on. Yeah, it's okay. Team instructions, no more whip because I got tall players in there as well. It's okay. We've got Riveros with the throw to Simpson, puts it in Twanzebe, Rog to Hassel. 17 minutes on the clock. Stalybridge still 60% possession, not too bad, but nothing to show for it. Out wide goes the Hassel, block again wide, but it's a block by House. Cardona, keeper, saves that. 24 minutes. It's Evans to Struck to Gayton, Gallagher in. That movement is there. Come on, guys. Bury your chances. Lacey. Volka. We are creating some good chances. Taylor. Lacey reads that. Cardona. Simpson. Straight at the keeper. 26 minutes. Come on, Volka. Free kick. Oh no. Long shot. Cardona blocked. Who's gonna get there first? Gayton. Okay, this guy can run. Finds Bowler. Bowler, it's Lacey, Evans, Halem, Evans, Bowler, Gayton, Bowler. Gallagher's offside. No, he's not. He couldn't bury the chance. Bowler with the corner. Back to Evans. Yeah, House. Strunk. It's a free kick. Riveros is having to deal with all crazy running by the boys. Good, keep it up. Not from there. I don't like it when they do that. Like, fancy your chances. 43 minutes. Riveros, Cardona, Rog, Brickfield. Cardona, I thought that's what his name. Simpson's through, shoots, scores. Simpson gives them the lead. No! Oh, high risk. Didn't pay off. I'm gonna go attacking now. Shout. Demand more. Yeah, Gayton, Taylor, Bowler, Taylor, Bowler, Strunk, Gayton. He couldn't string that pass. Okay, wing back, tank. Now we're really risking a lot. Bowler, Taylor, Evans, Strunk. Back to Evans. Now the Taylor crosses it. Strunk is gonna Gallagher again. Oh, this keeper is saving a lot of shots. Lacey to Strunk. Lacey, Strunk, Gayton. Is Gallagher finally we level the match. Oh, good running from the boys. Strunk to Lacey. Strunk, we really had to create one really good chance. But they took a deflection. And then I don't know how he ended up where Gallagher was, but that was lucky, man. Gallagher again. Strunk, Gayton, Strunk, Evans. Out wide goes to Taylor. Taylor, Bowler shoots, but it's now we gotta contend with a counter attack. Corner, Cardona. I almost feel like coming off my aggressive style. Because I was gunning for the equalizer. Now I'm worried that we'll concede a goal. We're not playing badly. Instructions, pass into space, mix cross, be more expressive, slightly shorter. Can be going. Who Okay, we take off 6.8, 6.8. Everywhere is 6.5 except for Gary Hallam. Okay, Gary, you coming off. Okay, we're gonna Kyle Dempsey now. Maybe this is a high intensity game for your low natural fitness. Is not you're not good enough for this. Okay, we've got Chambers, Rog. Oh, Brewster. Nicely done. The calm, composed defending at the back is not good for my heart. They passed that ball out of their own box. Sheesh. Okay, Strong. Gaten, no. Brewster. It's going to be Simpson. He's away. He's going to try, and Bowler is back to read that. He looks for options. It's De Bruyne. The keeper's name is De Bruyne. Okay. Brickfield, Clark. 77 minutes. Gallagher with the ball. Back to Evans. Evans to Dempsey. Dempsey now to Evans. Strunk to Gallagher. Back to Strunk. Finds Taylor out wide. He crosses first. Gallagher! What a goal! What a goal! What a goal from this boy Taylor, sends it in, and Gallagher with a volley. Oh, okay. Alright. Came back. Okay, now what do we do? Fish kebabs. I don't know. It's crazy. What am I playing? This is like crazy football. Yeah, this is okay. This line of engagement still can protect against long shots. Distribute quickly is not too bad, but this is crazy football. Pass into space. Let's take it out first. Okay. 80 minutes. Still playing attacking football. Okay, now I'm wasting the crap out of this game. Another win. Come on, boys. They're pumping it up. Attacking 4-4-2. It's Taylor again. It's Dempsey. It's back to Strunk. It's Gallagher. It's Strunk. Time waste, boys. You've been given instructions by me. Right? Run to the ball to the corner flag. Give it to your grandmother. Ask her to come down to the football game. Whatever it takes. Taylor, don't you dare. Hold up. No! Okay. Okay. Seriously, I have to shut the up. Okay, come on, come on. Another victory like this. This is what Football Manager is all about, man. You make a change. Yeah, you predicted a win for Stalybridge. You know how hard I had to work for that win. Doesn't matter to me. Oh man, this was a crazy, crazy match. Another one of those come from behind victories that I've had. Oh man, this is the third one. I'm gonna get a heart attack. Okay, this game. I don't even know. I will forget all this Mickey Mouse shit that I'm doing. Okay, I will totally forget what I did to win this game because I forgot what I did against Millwall and Leicester as well. So I wanted to explain. Right, I forgot. Now I gotta say everything here so I can watch the show again, right? And then say, oh, so this is what I did. Okay, or maybe watch my own shows. All right. So we started balanced. Did I go positive? I don't even remember that mentality. Was it positive at any one point? I can't remember. But what I was gonna do was this. Yeah, I kept this going. This line. Okay, the logic behind this was I didn't want to be so. I didn't want the gap to be so big that I give space in the horizontal channel for them to take long shots. That was important, right? So I didn't want to go higher than that. Now, prevent short goalkeeper distribution was to force to have, because I have the formation for it anyway. So 4 of my players are going to go and block them, or at least 3 of them will, and we'll put pressure on the keeper. And you saw I'm pretty sure that we did okay with that, right? So distribute quickly. This was the strange one that I was going to go for. Distribute quickly, counter, and counter press. Now, I was compact enough in attacking. I want my keeper to hoof the ball up. Why did I want my keeper to hoof the ball up? Because I've got 3 players who are fast, and I've got one of them who's pretty strong. Yeah, the temptation was to send it to the right flank. We made a change. Hallam, you're still a bench player, so you shut up, you sit down, you stay on the bench, okay? And this is what I did. Now I'm going to remember this change because I'm going to leave it just like it so that I can play the next game exactly like this. All right, so we did pass into space. We did all this, and we did this. So this is the setup I had for I had for the average side. I gotta remember, man. Firefox hybrid average. Okay, so this is for the average side. Yeah, this isn't too bad. So we've done another 2-1 win. The next thing we're gonna do is gonna be playing Everton. But what I'm impressed about this was the whole goal was to keep possession of the ball, to use it intelligently, and we did exactly that. We had quite a number of shots on goal. We created 2 clear-cut chances against a 4-4-2. And yeah, it was reasonable, right? If I'm looking at the analysis of the game, now this is something I wanted to show people. Somebody was talking. So I distinctly recall a conversation that I was having with someone, I think on the forums, right? And he was asking me, I need to know how my fullback is playing. I know there's nothing in the game, and tell people to come here to check out. You look at this. Sometimes it's too much, right? But sometimes you want to see how a certain player is doing. Okay, so so I had an issue with one of my players just now. Average position of Facundo. So I want to see his average position. He's basically in this position, right? Then I want to look at his heat map, right? Facundo's heat map alone. So this is Facundo's presence most of the time, right? Okay, so this is where he operates most of this. Is like corners. Okay, this is the area that he's always in. Okay, and then I want to look at his passes, right? So for Facundo, his passes that he receives, when he receives the passes, where is he? He's here, sometimes in this position. So basically he receives a lot of passes to the central area, but only a couple of times has he received the pass wide. So I like to see sometimes I see linked events to see where the pass came from, or sometimes I just go into the highlight, because it gives me a good idea. This is off a corner, so no biggie, right? But this is a counter, actually. Gaitan and Facundo, yeah. So this is like a counter. So I like to watch some of these just to get a good idea of the kind of movement that they do. There's also another one here. Okay, so I can do this, but this is very annoying because this is large periods of time. So you have to, this is the part where it's very, very, very painful. You gotta like remember certain things for your game, like certain highlights of your game. So sometimes I actually, when I'm watching the game, I actually write down. So maybe between the 6 to the 18 minute when he was receiving these passes, what kind of movement was Facundo doing? So you can go here, and then where's Facundo? Okay, there you can see the movement. So this is Facundo's movement, right? So this one, he started out here. We must have been an attack, but this is when he goes back. He went back all the way to defend, to receive the ball, right? So you can actually stop. I think you can. I think you can. I mean, some points you can watch the highlight, so you can watch what he's doing. So it's the best thing that we have. The commentary here. It's the best thing you can see about your Mazalas. Like here, Facundo is the DLF that I have. So I wanted, this guy is supposed to be playing as a striker, but you can see he actually is operating in a very deep area of the pitch. So which is what I was trying to ascertain. How, sometimes people ask, how can I see my specific role? What kind of movements does he make? So basically, my recommendation is, okay, I know it's not enough, right? So for some of you, you want to actually know, like, where does he go? How does he operate? So when you're watching a game, or if you can, like, go back into this game. So if I wanted to do it, right? So if I go back into this game, I go to pitch, I go to highlights, right? So where the hell is the highlights? You can do it from here. Choose extended highlights. Then I watch. Then I'm pushing the highlights. Okay, not this highlight. All right, not this highlight. So you pick a highlight. Find the time for the highlight. Go about 40 seconds, 1 minute before, 1 minute after, and then look at the movement of the player during that phase in play. Sometimes you get a pretty good idea of how your players are moving. I meanwhile have to go in the next couple of days. What I'm going to do is, when I'm playing this game, I'm going to start trying to isolate the movement of all these 3 players, because I want to find my perfect combination. I like Gallagher on the right because he scores a shit ton of goals coming in from the right. Then the question is, who is playing in these 2 positions? I wanted Gaitan to play here because Gaitan can be a nuisance on the right as well. But he so far has only scored 1 goal. He's come back from injury. Gallagher is playing well, so I'm going to leave Gallagher here. Gaitan overall, if he can develop into something special, He's got a lot of room to grow, right? And he's a very, very dangerous player. I'm gonna leave him here as it is first, and then over time we're gonna work on him. Bowler, I gotta figure out how these guys move. But so far things are coming along quite nicely for our side. There's a lot of interesting little moments that are driving me up the wall, but it's what makes this game a lot of fun. So here we are. We've lost once to United. City are just banging in the goal. Look at that goal difference. Look at the scoreline. 6-0, 3-0, 4-0, 3-0, 1-0. Holy shit. I don't want to play City anytime soon. Okay, I'm just going to chill out. They went to Middlesbrough and they hammered Middlesbrough 6-0. Okay, I went to see the highlights of the game. I wanted to cry. So it's pretty fantastic. Now look at Manchester City, goal difference of 17. They're hammering everybody in sight. So this is going to be a very interesting season. And Gallagher, finally I've got a striker who's moving into the front page of the goal scoring charts. Marco Asensio is just ripping this. I mean, I don't know what to say about City. City has got a fantastic. They've started out phenomenally well in this game. But my goal is just to make sure that we do okay this season and we don't get relegated. That's all. We can stay in the. My goal is to finish somewhere between 7th and 9th. One of these positions. So far, so good. We've only lost once to United. And we are now fine-tuning our tactics so that we can use this for most of our games. This is probably going to be the go-to for most of our games. Because now, I can afford to counter-press against the good sides, against the average sides. Against the good sides, it's going to be regroup. So counter press for some games, regroup for other games, so that I don't overcommit to the counter. Well, I hope you enjoyed this edition of the Stalybridge Diaries. It's an evolution of my 4-1-2-3. Just tweaking it along the way for it to perform differently against different teams. I mean, I'm not into this use one tactic and don't change it over the course of the season. I don't believe in that. I never have. I've always believed that you need to make small little tweaks to your system, be it a play injury or your form, right? If your form is suddenly picking up and everyone's becoming a bit defensive and they're going to sit back and defend for 90 minutes, sometimes you need to make a change to your system, probably to throw more players into attack. Well, I hope you found this useful. If you know where to find me if you have any questions. Once again, I want to thank all my patrons for their continued support. This channel make these kind of shows possible for the rest of the community. You guys take care, have fun. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.